Alright, let's go. Got another 2v2 matchup brought to you by Tiberian Summer Adventures, and I'll be casting this match, insectsx. And this is a rematch. The first game was very fast. And let's see what we got. I think it's 4 times GDI. 4 times GDI. And we've got Bulus top right, and Phatmouse bottom right. And then Zene bottom left, just moving his MCV a little bit close to Tiberian, pretty common tactic. And then Cambria top left. And here come the men. All the men coming out early. I think my favourite, I'm gonna favour Cambria and Zene. I feel like Cambria's been playing. It's guys, so Cambria and Phatmouse are on great form. They've got some nice tactics and nice strategy, so it's fun to watch them play. Cambria a bit more solid. Phatmouse a little bit more tricky, a little bit harder to deal with, and he does some kind of abstract stuff, which sometimes usually pays off. Bunch of men coming out here. Bulus got loads of men out. Anti-scouts is covering his whole line. Definitely does not want to get scouted. Same with Zene. He's got loads of men coming out, just punting out those mean guys, harvesting the blue, and some dismen coming out from Cambria. He's preventing these scouts. This pink man's not getting through. Second refinery down there. Second refinery. Just see if there's any one ref. War factories doesn't look like it. 2 refineries coming out from everyone. A lot of men on the map, so I think we're going to see some men encounters. And these 2 green men are trying to sneak their way through it, just over this patch that hasn't been covered. They might get round to the back of Bulus in top right there. We'll have to see where he goes. He's going down to the bottom. I think Phatmouse is going to cover that fine. He's got the extra men from his refinery, and they're just in time going to cover the back. They do have 3 men coming in, but 4 men should be enough to cover this. And yep, he successfully defends the scout. I don't think anyone's been revealed so far. But Green's men are going out. They're coming towards the middle of the map. Quite a small army, but there is a lot of disc throwers in there. Blue have actually gone atop and just kind of dancing around each other at the moment. Not sure who wants to attack who. Pink's men are still in the base though, so if they're able to coordinate this pretty well, then Cambria and Zene could take a 2-on-1 here and get a real edge over Bulus's men, who they're kind of coming into the middle of a little squash, but of a little crossfire here. It doesn't look good, and he's not microing them as well. He decides not controlling them. He's taking a lot of pain, but a lot of those gold men just blow up there. I think Green's going to come out the victor. He does get to attack the back. Discman, yes, and he's just blown up a load, and now they've kind of got 1-man army left that they can go. I think they're going to go to top right, seeing as bottom right's men are still in his base. So that would make a lot more sense, but maybe they're going to come and confront the pink men. I think I'd rather just rush up to top right and kind of go to where the less men are and make Bulus build more men. They've both gone for 5 refinery builds, so they're massing men. There's a radar just being sold top left. Bottom left is getting some Thailands out, and just pops out his radar there. Top left also picking up a few Thailands. So now the war factory comes out from Phatmouse, and this scout is going to get through. Pretty important scout at this point. And and there's actually a few of the men. So I missed the man clash, but looks like it was just about even. But more importantly maybe is that Phatmouse has been scouted now. So likely he'll be the target. He's made another refinery and sold it, so he's really going for the economy. He's pumped out 3 Thailands. He's looking pretty solid. Bottom left's got 2 and 4 on his refs and harvesters, and he's got a Sam up. So maybe he was just worried about no disrupting. They didn't have scouts, so they didn't know what They didn't know what to expect. And these last grenadiers just going to come to the top. It looks like they're going to get picked off. Oh no, they've kind of positioned themselves pretty well there, and some nice micro means they've taken a few miniguns through, and there isn't a lot of minigunners up here, so you might be able to just do some irritating damage, you know, maybe just try and kill this helipad or this power plant, get those 2 grenadiers next to the helipad. They're probably going to take that helipad down. I can't see him stopping it. Bottom right's got his own helipad. Everyone's got the helipad out. Top left's got a disruptor. There's a few men coming to bottom left. He should be able to deal with them okay. It's this disruptor that's really going to be causing the damage. To see where it goes. He's still kind of causing Bulus a little bit of hassle. So you can probably take out 1 or 2 of these outer refineries who plays well. Bottom right doesn't look as appealing. He's got 1 Sam, he's got a lot of Titans, he's just dropped his tech. I think he could have just quickly sneaked in a refinery or 2 there and kept Bulus on the back foot. But as it happens, he's going back to top right. Is there any more disruptors? No, but Titans from bottom left are coming out to top right. So interesting. Maybe he's just going to hold on to this disruptor and wait until the Titans arrive. But looks like he's going to try and do some damage to bottom left, to bottom right, to Pinky. He's going to pick up 1 refinery, save that disruptor. Nicely done, nicely microed. And he's still got that threat. He's got to watch out for this Sam. He's losing a bit. He's going to get that out of there now, I think. The gold Titans are coming up the top right. Some men scattering out top left. He's got an EMP. Interesting. He's just working on his expansion. He's got an MK as well. So he's probably going to... I kind of want to time this so that he uses the MK and disruptor with these Titans. But Bomber's done a little bit of shrapnel damage to these Titans toned down. But now there's a disruptor in bottom left. And he's got absolutely no defenses. He's going to have to get this... Engineer's not going to make it. He's queued that disruptor perfectly and taken both of Zene's refineries. So that was lovely play by Phatmouse there. He got a lot out of that one, a lot of damage done out of that one disruptor by using the Q and just picking up on that the Gold's Titans were outside of his base and that his base was vulnerable. So well played there. Now he's using his bombs to help defend his friend, but he has got a lot of Titans, but he's got a lot of stuff to deal with. He's got Titans at the front, which have distracted his own Titans, and at the same time he's got 2 disruptors going in the back and an MK, and they're going for the knockout blow here. They're going to blow up the MCV, save that MK, get him out of there. Oh Jesus, oh just stop walking. Okay, forget the MK, it's over. Now Pink's got his own MK, but Bulus in a bit of trouble here. He's got a lot of Titans. He's just got a barracks. All he can do is build men. Phatmouse does have his own MK. I didn't see where it went out. It's going down to bottom left. He's going to try and do as much damage as they've done to bottom right. He really needs to act pretty quickly here. And he's turned his Titans around. So nice little juke and nice little clowning around here with these gold Titans. Is just spotting that the blue Titans have left his base, and he's going to just walk in there and clean up all these refineries and just mean that he doesn't have to deal with this face of grenadiers, these destroyers, although he does have his own bomber, so there isn't going to be too much of a problem. Finish off this Rax. He might even be able to finish all his buildings. Might be a better strategy to rather deal with this attack is to actually just finish off all the buildings and blow up his base, which he looks like he's trying to do. I don't think the four Titans will do it by himself. He needs a couple of bombers. He needs a couple of bombers or an MK. Be like, please, he's asking his teammate, please just bomb off, finish off top right. And then I don't have to deal with all his Titans. But doesn't matter. He's got an EMP, so he cleans that up. And this MK is just going to pick up a bunch of free kills. Lovely little play there. Phatmouse does manage to pick off bottom left's main base. I don't see if that was with what that was with. Got to get that engineer in the war factory. He doesn't quite get the engineer. The engineer just took the wrong path around that, and he's going to save the disruptor, blow up that silo. Okay, he's gone for the helipad. I might have gone for the silo. Silo's full. Go for the silo now. Nice. Yeah, probably a better choice to destroy the helipad first. It's going to cause him a lot of grief. If bottom left can just keep piling out bombers. No, he's sending his Titans, and his Titans are actually not going to achieve much here. They're kind of in out stray. I don't know what they want to do down there. If they're just going to get picked off by the MK when they run away. And okay, it's just going to kind of guard the front. He's got his own MK now, so that's going to help. And these green Titans coming from top left. Oh, this is a close game. I mean, is Phatmouse going to be able to finish off? Zene here. It looks tough because he's got another 5 Titans. He's dropping the bombers in. The bombers can just work the buildings. Every building gone can't be replaced. So bombing the buildings is definitely a strong strategy. He probably wants to bomb this barracks next. And he's gone for the RPG. I might have gone for the barracks, but okay. Just about saves in this little MK on MK battle. He's got more Titans coming, but it's pretty much matched for numbers on the Titans. So Not sure. And in the meantime, Green is unchallenged now. He's got nothing really to worry about. He's got his own Emp as well in case there is some, some MK problems or whatever. He's just going to send his Titans out. He's not too worried about his base. He knows that Phatmouse is just going for the wash at this point, so he's just going all out with his base. He doesn't need to leave anything at his base at all, really. Probably should just build one more bomber just to finish off these last two buildings, top right, and confirm that they can't lose. This MK is running into a lot of times. He needs to get that MK out there right now, but the carrier gets taken down by the Sam. So nicely played Sam on the cliff. This is going to be a close game. Phatmouse got a bit of task on his hands. Picked up 3 bombers. I'd just be shipping those bombers down there right now. Just finishing off this power plant, finishing off this barracks, reload them, and then get the rest of the buildings. He really needs to focus on getting those buildings done before the inevitable clash. He's got a lot of stuff to deal with here. He's got a bunch of Titans. We don't know what else. Top left. I don't think top left should bother building Titans at this point. He really doesn't need to worry about defending his base. Just needs to get as much offense as he can onto Phatmouse before Phatmouse finishes off his mate. And there's a few blue grenadiers there doing the damage, so I'd love to have finished off that barracks. They've taken out a few more buildings, also doing damage on this refinery. So quite a key thing not to destroy off that barracks there, and having to deal with these grenadiers who now put that refinery down to half power. Get that engineer nearby, that's for sure. And Green, get in there, finish this guy off. MK, that's a much better choice. I wouldn't bother building any more Titans, just bombers or disruptors. I think maybe even an MCV, and just ship it down to your mate's base. This is the police. Surrender. So he's got Titans all around his base. And he's only on one, and Phatmouse only on one refinery, so he's got a real task. But I think he's just going for mass bombers to make sure he can finish off these last 2 buildings, which I think is a really good idea. And might even just ship the MK down there as well, and not bother dealing with this army. With his MK and with his, just use his Titans to try and deal with this army and see if he can stay alive. But they should really have finished off blue by now. And just to make sure that here comes the MK, it's doing damage, it's flying around. There's no SAMs in there. Such a nuisance when you don't have any SAMs, and the MK can just having a while of a time, just getting picked up, shooting, dropped, shooting. Titans are in there as well, but the bombers do finish off bottom left. So nice strategic thinking there by Phatmouse to confirm the wash with the bombers. I think top left could have made that into a win if he'd finished off top right with a couple of bombers, finished off that barracks and just made sure his army blew up, and then just threw all out onto Phatmouse, because he knew he didn't have to worry about defense, could sell all his defenses in fact, and just go all out on Phatmouse and see if he can confirm a clean sweep win. But what a great game. Well played, guys. Thanks for watching.